And some of his own people hate him.
Mm.
And I think the difference between him and Malcolm was we talking about early Malcolm. No, they didn't see eye to eye. But I'm not going to step out on a limb and talk about the Nation of Islam.
Mhm.
But there's two Malcolms.
Right.
The Malcolm that believed what Elijah Muhammad said until he figured out where Elijah Muhammad really was.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about Elijah Muhammad. Just do your research.
Mhm.
But Malcolm went to Mecca and saw white, black, Asian, Latin men who were Muslims. And
Mhm.
he came back with a different ideology.
Mhm.
I don't think we can throw any stones at John F. Kennedy,
Right.
Robert, Dr. King, some of the pastors in the church, black and white, um, uh, Elijah Muhammad. We can't. They were men. They were human beings, and they made mistakes.
Right.
But Malcolm and Dr. King never saw eye to eye. But when Malcolm came back from Mecca, they were able to sit and sup together and understand the ideological differences that they have, and they work together for the better of our oppression of
Mhm.
African Americans. And that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to say anything too controversial, because I don't want any problems
All
with
right.
because I respect the Nation of Islam and what they're trying to do.
Okay, it's funny you say that because I was about to ask a question because I'm actually working on the project now, but we'll make an abrupt left. And do you
Hey
think?
man, this is some heavy stuff, because
Mhm.
when you start talking about history,
Yeah,
we are all fallible.
absolutely.
If you lived in my house, when I get off, oh, Mr. Powell seems so nice. My girl said, "Oof, Lord have mercy."
Yes.
And there's we all have different sides to our personalities,
Mhm.
and we're still learning and growing, and we're still understanding love and spirituality and what discipline means. And it's not easy being in the limelight.
Yes.
So I don't think I can sit here and throw any stones at anybody, because I certainly haven't been no damn angel.
I
But
agree.
all I can say is we have to try to learn and try to do better. You
Yeah.
know, I destroyed my marriage being caught up in this business,
Yes.
being out in the game and being promiscuous and having fun and drinking and gambling. So I certainly am not throwing any stones at Dr. King, John F. Kennedy, any politician, any pastor, Elijah Muhammad, or anyone. But I'm saying that there were two Malcolms, the
Right.
one that went to Mecca and the one that went before he went to Mecca. And
Right.
that's where he kind of connected with Dr. King.
I'll put a ribbon on it or a bow on this. I think the Nation of Islam will never become a nation until they are honest about Elijah Muhammad as it pertains to uh
All right,
and
then I gotta go. I'm gonna talk to you again soon, Frederick. Look, no, you know what, bro?
uh
I hear you,
uh-huh.
and that is a hard sell.
It is a hard sell. You're right.
But because you're asking us to be, to listen to the rhetoric about Dr. King
Uh-huh.
and understand what he might have been doing.
Right.
And so I think there's a part of us as a people
Mhm.
that just wants our heroes to be our heroes.
Gotcha.
And we don't want them to be, flawed, because we have very few African American men, I'm gonna say, who are unflawed.
Get that.
And I think that's why we embraced Obama. Um, and we wanted him to stay out of trouble
Right.
and not have no interns in the White House, nothing crazy.
Right.
And we was pulling for him,
Mhm.
because there's a part of us that just needs to believe that Frederick can be a hero and not have 6 baby mamas and 2 illegitimate kids that are coming up to the station every week. But
Right.
on the surface, he seems like a Krispy Kreme kind of guy.
Right.
And that's what it is. And I think it goes deeper than the Nation of Islam and, wanting to deal with the true facts of what really happened, or us as a nation
Sure.
wanting to hear about Dr. King,
Sure.
or any one of our leaders who didn't necessarily walk the walk and talk the talk. And I get it. And I
Yeah.
get it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm going to say this, and we could really put a bow on it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a black guy, man. I come out of the inner city.
Right.
I want to be a football player.
Mhm.
I never had any aspirations to be an actor. I thought I would, after football, I really played 1 year of football. I was great in the neighborhood,
Right.
and I didn't have any aspiration. Like after football, I didn't want to be nothing.
Right.
And so people wonder, how can that be? Well, I came out of the inner city. My circle was 2 or 3 blocks long. My scope. And so I remember in 1972, this guy said, well, shit, maybe you can, bus drivers make $6.50 an hour.
Right.
I used to work at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I said, well, shit, I'll be the chicken man and I'll be a bus driver. And then I got into a play, and then I got into workshop, but I didn't go to workshops to be in the program.
Right.
One of my guys who was in the play, I just rode along with him to kind of be his protection. And they kept coming out to ask me to come in. I'm like, go ahead with that, man. I ain't with that little bull crap.
Right.
It's all God's work and the work of the gods and a miracle.
Right.
But if I say, when I got to Hollywood, this little black boy who didn't know nothing got caught up in the game, made a lot of money,
Wow.
got married, cheated every day, had a lot of women,
Wow.
gambled, drank, almost lost my mind, almost ruined my relationships with my kids, was homeless 5.5 years ago when I came down here to Atlanta because I hit rock bottom. So I can't go back and throw no stones at anybody
I respect
because I know what I did. And I got caught up. I used to travel with 4 women. I used to juggle 8, 12, cheated every day. And I got caught up in a lifestyle. So that's why I want to do my one-man show, because I want to try to help the new millennials not make the mistakes I made.
Wow.
And the only thing I think saved me is I didn't do drugs. That's the only thing that saved me, man. And I've been delivered. And I said earlier, I take my hat off to Bounce TV and Eric Thomas-Sunis, some of my close personal friends, because when I hit rock bottom, I lost all the people in 89 that I thought would hold me down from 89 to the end of my life, including one of my sons.
Wow.
It's a hell of a journey, bro. And you talking to a Negro who went through it. This ain't no bull crap. So I don't think I have the right to throw any kind of, I don't want to say shade, but not understand what it means to be in power and manage power.
Right.
And have the discipline to resist the flesh and all the stuff that comes along with that stuff.
Right.
And that's what we're dealing with when we start talking about President Kennedy, or Frank Sinatra,
right.
or Sammy Davis,
right.
or Malcolm X, or Malcolm before he became Malcolm X was no joke.
Was a monster.
Or Dr. King, or Elijah Muhammad, or any man of power. Sure. It's hard, man. It's such lines between it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, bro. That's all I can say. And I gotta tell you, man, this is one of the. I've been doing interviews all my career. This is one of the heaviest interviews I've ever done in my life, bro. I didn't know. Shucks, I would have got me some Hennessy instead of some sock.
I would have sent it to you, man.
We need these kind of conversations, man, because people see me, they don't know my journey.
Right.
But I can tell you I lived it, and all I can say is you got to try to learn from it. That's all I can say.
Right. DB started this. DB, go ahead.